folks, welcome to Searching Fearless Recovery Tarot. Okay, so I want to stress before anybody gets on this channel or sees too many of my videos about recovery and questioning what it is. I just want to put out there, anybody in recovery in any program is welcome on this channel. It doesn't matter what you're in recovery from. There's no judgment here. I know if some of you are coming from the program, there's a lot of people that determine whether you should go to AA, if you're drug or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. What my main goal and objective in this channel is for you to have a good sense of self, and if nothing else, confirmation. I'm not really here to tell you what your future is going to look like or anything like that. I'm more here to help heal your soul. I'm here to help to confirm some of those things for you, to take down some of the shame in the actions that we make, and to let you know that you're not alone. You're not alone. I feel like that's so important in this time because these times are so new and confusing. So anyways, that's enough of that. If you want a private reading, you can follow me on Instagram and message me. I'm available. I also have a website, Kelly Lee Intuitive. If you're interested, all that information is going to be down below. I just wanted to clear that up before you watch the video. For some reason it was really important to me, so I'm just gonna trust spirit on that one. Okay, earth signs: Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. What's going on? Sagittarius moon. Okay, we're expanding our insight and our truth. Something caused like a spiritual awakening. Something caused you to really question the way that you make choices in this world. Feels like it shook you up a bit too. It was unexpected. For some reason, Spirit's talking about Sagittarius like having a God complex. So I feel like this might have really shaken you up. Like you didn't expect this. You kind of felt like you've been there, done that with most things in the world. And here it's like, you're like, what the heck is this? What the freaking hell is this? Like, this is new. I don't understand this. I don't understand what's going on here. You're healing though. I feel like there were some major abandonment wounds that were triggered going on here. Major childhood abandonment wounds that were triggered. And so now you're trying to move through the world in a different way. You're trying to see the world in a different way. Because essentially your soul is telling you to. Your soul is letting you know that whatever beliefs, opinions, or thoughts that you had about yourself because of this abandonment are not true. And I feel like Spirit wanted to show you that, or had to show you that, in order to change your perspective, in order to help you to heal. Yes, it was going to be painful in the beginning, but in the overall outlook of things, I feel like this Six of Cups can talk about children. I feel like in this reading, it's talking about childhood. It's talking about old wounds. You could have possibly had parents who one parent cheated on the other, and you got these like preconceived notions about what love is, or blah blah blah, anything like that. But I feel like this is coming from a past wound, and this past wound came into the foreground like now. So this could have been something that happened to you maybe 20 years ago, just for those of you who are live 20 years ago. But for some of you, this could be reoccurring themes. And even if you were a child 20 years ago, this could be you re-dealing with themes of that separation that happened, and those feelings that you kind of concluded out of it and moved into your own future with, resulting in your own relationships holding the same patterns, and you're not even aware of it. Okay. Let's keep moving. This is the end of a cycle. This is the end of a cycle that I feel like for some of you felt like it was going to be forever. Like you felt like, honestly, for some of you, I felt like, I'm feeling like this is the way that the world is. This is the way that things are. You're meant to be like this. You're meant to move through the world like this. You're meant to kind of have a little layer of depression. You're meant to do things you don't want to do every day. You're meant to be in these schedules. You're meant to be with partners where they ignore you, or sometimes they're going to cheat a little bit and that's okay, or just weird weird rules like that are happening for you specifically due to what happened in your family. What happened in your family, what happened in your previous relationships. It doesn't have to be family. It could just be previous relationships and energies you hold from past life. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of you, this is family. This is a pattern that's been going on for generations that you're trying to break right now. With the Judgment card reversed, I feel like this is more inner judgment going on. But with this Wheel of Fortune in positive position, this Wheel of Fortune talks about cycles, okay? It talks about seasons. It talks about things that always happen for a reason, right? So this Wheel of Fortune here in positive position next to this inner judgment tells me that this cycle is ending for you in a very positive way. It may be really fucking painful right now, but it's ending for you, okay? This isn't a theme. For some of you, I feel like I have to confirm that this isn't a theme that's going to happen forever, because these are things that you thought that you had already dealt with. You thought that you already had a handle on, and now all of a sudden they're cropping up after all these years, and you're like, whoa, you know what? I thought this was over. It's over, but this is like a refining. What I'm hearing in my head is it's a refining point. It's a refining point in order for you to know without a shadow of a doubt that you do not deserve the same future that generations in your family had prior to you, in whatever way that results out. You're literally healing family lineage, and you might feel bonded because you might feel isolated from the members that don't agree with you, from the members that aren't trying to self-differentiate. This has self-differentiation screaming all over it. And for a lot of you, I feel like you're at a point in your recovery where you're realizing either your codependent tendencies or you're part of a family dynamic that you don't want to be a part of anymore. And it's resulting in slip-ups in your own relationships. And so this is an assessment of all of this. And I feel like you're in a pretty good place, honestly. I feel like you're taking it from the observer perspective. You understand that time needs to pass in order for you to digest and process this new information that came in. But I see you in a good place. And if you're not in a good place, you will be. You will be. I mean, and we all know that once you're in recovery at a certain point, it's like, you know your cycles, you know your depression points, and they don't hold so much weight or hold so much bearing once you start to get into recovery a little bit longer, because you're like, oh, I'm just having a bad day. It's not, oh, the whole world is against me and I'm creating these false narratives of how everybody is against me, because I talk about it. I openly talk about those toxicities with other people in my community. I openly know that everything is going to be okay despite how bad it looks. You know, that I can hand my life and my will over to my higher power if I need to. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, if my life feels unmanageable, you know. That's what's so important about this, and that's what's so beautiful about your mindset is like this is very like go with the flow. Even though these are really painful themes for you, it's like, you know, you have this faith. You have this utter faith and ability that you're going to move forward, that it's going to be okay. You've got 9 of Wands here. It's like, I've waited too long for this. I've waited too long for this. This may be really difficult for you, that you're trying to self-differentiate at this time. When I say self-differentiate, I just mean that you're trying to, when I talk about family systems and things like that, so like the hero, the savior, the scapegoat, the blah, 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 all of those titles. Self-differentiation is when you're stepping out of that title. You're stepping out of any codependent family dynamics that are going on. And that's what I feel like you're doing with the Knight of Cups. I feel like you've been building up to this for a very long time. I'm going to clarify this 9 of Wands just to see like make sure. Okay. Yeah. Wow. This is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. Like, yeah, you're out in the cold, but you don't give a shit. You've been out in the cold before. You know what this is. You're a freaking warrior. You're out in the cold because you have your faith. You have your faith, and you know that this is a very pivotal point for you, that this is going to help move you along. And even though you're uncomfortable, it doesn't matter, because you know the end result. You know the bigger picture in all of this. Okay, so this is so beautiful, it's not even funny. Okay, the 9 of Wands. Okay, so the 9 of Wands is underneath the 10 of Wands. So this is literally completion of a story. So you may be feeling a little bit guarded right now. You may be feeling like there are people that are jealous, or there are people that are strictly against you for just being you or just for what you're doing. There could be people who don't agree with your motives right now, and you're kind of looking over your shoulder. You could be in grass is greener syndrome, looking at everybody else's outsides, comparing them to your insides, which we all know how that ends up. We all know where that goes. We don't want to go there, okay? But 9 and 10, I've never had this. I've literally never had a reading complete itself like this. The 9 and 10 and strength underneath it. Strength. It's really quite beautiful. It's really quite beautiful. And I think it's going to change the way you move through the world and the way you help other people that come into contact with you. It will open you up to new experiences. You may not see that right now, but this is going to open you up to new experiences and new changes. It's going to open up your heart. Like, honestly, within the next few weeks, your heart might feel a lot lighter. As this progresses, as this moves forward, your heart might feel a ton lighter. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, so if we're having those reoccurring themes match up with our friends or a loved one, know that this is happening. This is all happening for a reason. You're meant to teach each other. Adversity. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. I feel like you know this. I feel like I don't even have to go into this, because you guys are just fucking amazing and you have this. Be careful of any amends that you have. I really feel like you guys are keeping your side of the street clean. Just make sure that within these next few weeks, I feel like there's going to be conversations had with people that you may have not agreed with even a few weeks ago. Keep an open mind when they come up to you. If you know that you're living in your truth and you know that you're living in your heart and you mean no harm to anybody, and these people are coming up to you and they're being nice and you're kind of like, who the hell are you? What happened? Like, I thought you didn't like me. They're coming up to you to talk, okay? So make sure that in that conversation, it could be a very pivotal time for you to actually get yourself heard, get your ideas heard, get those things where you feel so misunderstood in life heard, and specifically heard. Because I feel like maybe for some of you, there were a lot of interactions where you were like disgusted with each other, or something was triggered and you were disgusted with each other or something like that. And it felt really odd and it felt really weird because it's somebody that you love very much. But these things are happening so that people can truly understand on a very big, true level who you are, how you want to move through the world, how you're changing things, how things can evolve and change, and it doesn't all have to be scary and terrible and horrible. You're creating better outcomes for yourself. This is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. I will be starting next week. I'm going to do just each individual sign, but I just wanted to start off my channel, and I hope this reading sees you well. I hope it brings you comfort and it could resonate for you. All my information's down below. I love all of you. Bye.